Vandy, and so back at another Cardfight Vanguard deck unboxing. This time we've got the Chronojet Dragon Trial deck, which I have gotten for my birthday, just like the MLB deck. So let's get this started. This is the only deck I have, the only deck that I didn't get a PG with, unfortunately, which sucks, but you know, you can't win them all. So let's just get this started. This is Gear Chronicle. I have always been interested in Gear Chronicle. I never actually bought the deck, but I built a bunch of decks for my friends, so I'm really glad that I finally get to test out this deck in real life. So let's get this started. First up, we got this. It's like a little mini starter set, and then the playmat itself. As you know from my other deck profiles, I'm obviously going to open this playmat without anyone caring about it, so give me a hot second to open this. It's been a long while since I've done one of these, and there we go. That's what it looks like on the fight side, and then this is what it looks like on the help side, like how to help. This is an amazing thing right here. I like this, actually. This is like my favorite part of this back right now, and basically tells you how to upgrade the deck and how to play the deck itself. So that's actually really useful, and most people don't actually use these playmats, like they use their own custom playmat, but I don't like to use custom playmats like unless it's for a very certain deck, like my favorites. This is not my favorite deck, but it's one of my favorites, so who knows, I might get a custom playmat, or I might stick with that because I actually like that back design with the Chronojet, so who knows. Okay, let's just slide these over, and here we go. On to the actual deck itself. So first up, we've got Chronojet Dragon, Grade 3, 13k base, Force Gift, Act Vanguard Circle. Discard one or more cards from your hand that with the sum of their grade being Grade 3 or greater. Search your deck for up to one Grade 4, write it as stand, and shuffle your deck. And then at the end of the turn, retire that unit, and then write a Grade 3 from your soul as rest. And pretty much, that's what it's just like striding. And the good news about this is, since Chronojet has a Force Gift, you can write a Grade 3, then retire it at the end of the turn, ride over it with Chronojet, and then get a Force Gift. So basically get two Force Gifts in one turn. And then auto Vanguard or Rearguard, when it attacks, counterblast 1 until end of the battle. This unit gets +5, and your opponent cannot use Sentinels from hand. So that's actually really good. It restricts Sentinels, and it can just get power. Except there is one deck that can technically stop it with Sentinels, and that would be Gurgits. And if you do not know me, I am a gold main. So having a deck that is countered by Gurgits, aka my main, or one of my mains, because obviously Ezreal's my main, it makes me feel very happy, and being able to stop this is also just extremely well. So once Gurgits come out, hint hint, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to just enjoy my life. Okay, anyways, next up is, ignore the dog in the background, my dog's just barking. So then we got Storoscope Dragon, so 5k shield, 10k base, auto Vanguard or Rearguard. At the end of the battle that it attacked, Soul Blast 1 and discard a card from your hand. Choose one of your opponent's Rearguards, retire it, and then if your Vanguard is grade 4, you draw a card. So that's really good. You can get a free draw, and then you can kill one of your opponent's Rearguards, and all for the cost of a Soul Blast and a discard. So really useful. Next up, we've got one copy of Gears Repeater. So 10k shield, 8k base, grade 1, auto Vanguard or Rearguard. When placed from hand, Soul Blast 1 and this unit gets +5 to end of turn. So 13k base, it can hit or it can boost. Either way, it's really useful. So I guess a good card all around. So here we go. Now onto the grade 4 of the deck that people run despite technically being bad. Interdimensional Beast, Metallica Phoenix. Grade 4, triple drive, 15k based, continuous ability. You cannot normal ride this card. So you basically cannot place this on Vanguard from hand. But you have triple drive, and that's why people run it. Because who doesn't like 3 drive checks in a turn? And that can actually kill people. So really neat card. And there are 3 copies of it. Next up, we've got 3 more copies of our Chronojet Dragon Boy. We've got 2 copies of our backup grade 3. Steam Gunner Yari Gonda. Grade 3, 13k base, auto Vanguard or Rearguard. When it attacks, counterblast 1, draw a card, and this unit gets +5. So that's really good. You can get a free draw, and you can get +5 just by counterblasting. Obviously, Chronojet's ability is better, but hey, still works. Next up, we've got 3 more copies of Storoscope. We've got 2 copies of Steam Fighter Zarlab, 10k shield, 10k base, pretty much just a 10k intercept, and that's really good, you know, being able to defend yourself. And granted, it's not good to run vanillas, but this one I'll make the exception for, because one, it looks cool, and two, it can be useful, and we probably have more in the back. Yeah, I can see it in the back. That's probably one of the foiled cards. Next up, we've got 2 copies of Steam Fighter Idina, 5k shield, 10k base, auto rearguard circle. When it attacks while boosted, it gets +5, so if it's boosted, it becomes a 15k hitter on its own. So that's really useful. It can probably become a 23k attack and be hitting magic numbers. So actually, that's really good. We got 2 copies, one is probably in the back. We've got 3 copies of Gears Repeater. To be honest, Gears Repeater is like my least favorite card in this deck. I only like it because of its colors. But here's my favorite card in this deck that I feel like deserves to be the foiled. Bearing Rover, sorry. 8k base. Auto rear Vanguard Circle. When an attack hits, discard a card and draw a card. That's a good ability already, because that's just a free draw. But then the other ability, the reason why I do love it, continuous hand. When it would be discarded, it can be discarded as a grade 3. For Chronojet, that's actually really good, because then you can just search by discarding this. This is a really good card. I like this. I would probably run this in all my Chronojet decks. So we've got 3 copies. There is a chance this could be the foiled, and I actually want it to be the foiled. We've got 2 copies of the on-plate of the regular grade 1 PG Steam Janitor Giltam. So standard, when placed on guard circle, discard a card from your hand, and a unit cannot be hit on the battle. Then also auto Vanguard Circle, when placed, you get to draw a card and discard one. So it's not the worst thing in the world to ride into it. So like say your opponent goes first, and then you have to ride into this. You draw a card from your start and you get a quick shield. Then this thing's skill, you draw a card and you can discard that quick shield or something worse. So really good. Its ability actually helps it. So 2 copies, probably one in the back. We've got 3 crits, 2 crits, the draw PG, which is like a draw trigger and a PG combined, which is really nice because, you know, draws are great, PGs are great, both of them in one. That's amazing. Then we've got 3 lucky Pod Draco Kid. You know, this I actually have history with because this thing in G actually saved my ass a lot, so I'm kind of glad that it's here. We got 4 Ulurus, the heal trigger, or 3 Ulurus, so there's stuff in the back, so that's really, really good. The quick shield, where 5k shield basically. We've got 1 Metallica Phoenix. Where's Metallica? We've got 1 of the Steam Gunner. We've got 1 of the Vanilla. We've got 1 of Idina. We've got, goddammit, 1 of Bearing Rover. It's not the foil. I know what the foil is. Where is Bearing Rover? We've got 1 Chronojet, which is the starter, and I like it because it looks childish and it looks really cool. So, auto and Rotapon, draw a card, and then if your opponent's Vanguard's grade 1 or greater, get the quick shield. That's how you get, I don't know where it is. That is how you get this. You just ride when your opponent's at grade 1 or greater, and you get a free quick shield, and that's really nice. We've got 1 crit, another crit, so we've got 7 crits. We've got 5 draws. We've got 4 heal. We have the order. I know what the foil is, so this is the counterblast to something gets plus 10k order. I don't really like this. As I've said multiple times, I'm not going to use this the second I update my deck. So anyone who disagrees with me about this is a good card, I honestly don't care because I don't like it and I never will use it. And then finally the foiled card, which I'm more or less disappointed about. Steam Janitor Giltam. So I'm kind of disappointed about this because my plan is just to use the Crit Sentinel, and so this isn't going to really come in useful, but hey, it's still nice to get a foil. So then it's the PG from earlier, and now our Force Gifts. We've got standard Force 1, but then we flip it over, Force 2. So Force 2 is the, if it's on a unit, it cannot be stacked, but its original critical becomes 2. And Force 1 is it can be stacked, and the unit gets plus 10. In my personal opinion, you're going to use Force 2 a lot more with this deck because I guess it's more rushing capability. So that's what I feel, and plus, like, you can get Force 2 a lot easier. I mean, you get 2 gifts a turn, so you can spam gifts out easier. So Force 2, honestly feel like you're going to use more, but it's honestly up to you. Force 2, though, is my way to go. Well, that was the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate to the Patreon. And I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to, if I can just pick up this card, stand up your Vanguard.